Many people try to manifest their goals, but somehow they experience a lot of resistance on the way towards that, or things just start to go completely wrong, right? And why is that? Why does it feel so frustrating? And there are multiple traps that you have to understand. I want to talk especially about 1, 2 traps in this video, and I will give you tips how to avoid and how to recognize that. So let's talk about it so that you can understand how you can manifest what you really want and not sabotage yourself, right? So one thing that people don't consider is this is one of the biggest factors at the start when we start to be into this wanting to achieve our goals and manifest what we truly want, is that a lot of these desires, a lot of these goals come from society. Okay, there are a lot of beliefs from society what you should achieve and how you should be. Okay, how you should be, what is necessary, and it's necessary to question that. And like, first of all, how do you know if it's really true that you want it? How do you know that, right? Like, how do you know that? How do you measure that? And another thing that you need to understand is like the difference. Like, does it come from society's conditioning or does it come from your intuition, from the desire of your heart, for example, or your unique intuition? If you don't know this difference, or if you're not sure about that, just ask yourself, when was the last time you listened to your intuition and you feel really happy and enjoying the process, right? Just remember that time and remember, so try to visualize it in your mind very shortly. When was the last time you listened to your intuition, you enjoyed, you feel really hyped? I don't mean because of a dopamine high, but really like you enjoyed the process. Maybe you were just listening to music or something. It can be something very small, it can be something very, very small. And now look at your goals and look whether you feel at the start when you have chosen your goal, the same feeling, right? Was it the same feeling? Memorize how it appears to you, your intuition. Is it that you feel a certain feeling in your gut, or is it that you see a certain image in your mind? Memorize how this feeling, your intuition, your unique intuition appears to you. It's for everyone unique. And if you know that, then you know whether you do something out of your intuition or maybe just society's beliefs. These beliefs on the other side sound more like a struggle, like you have to do, you must do, you should do, it will be wrong if you don't. This is how it sounds when it comes from society, okay? Like you have to do, there's no other choice, you have to function. And you feel a lot of tension, just like you do things out of tension, like you must do it, right? Like you have no other choice. It feels like a draining, fucked up job, okay? Or maybe sometimes like at the school, like you're forced, you're sitting there, but actually don't want to. You still have to go there, right? Back then, how school was, this is how it feels. So this is a big difference. So when you can recognize this difference between this feeling and society's conditioning, whether your goals come from that, this plays a huge role. So analyze where your goals come from. And it's okay, even if it felt at the start good, that you still experience with your goals later resistance. So that you can take it out of your intuition. It can feel good, but you will experience some resistance later on. That's okay, because you need to experience some resistance. Okay, because you need to encounter this resistance that exists within you towards this goal. And you need to let go of that. But that's another topic. I will discuss it in another video. If you're interested in this topic more, you can also comment me, then I can make a video about it. But if you want specifically listen something about like letting go of this resistance, like just letting go in general, you can also watch my video. I will link it here down below, right? It's about letting go, how to release stuck and heavy emotions. Okay. So like I said, this is one big factor. You need to question really whether it feels like I should, I must, or whether it comes really from your unique intuition. And the more you know how your intuition feels, the better you can take this decision, right? You can just take this decision. So all true desires and true goals come from your heart, come from your unique intuition system. Okay? And the others, everything that doesn't come from there, comes usually from society's conditioning. That means when you strive towards something, and it comes from society's conditioning, it just feels heavy from the start till the end and at all times. That's why you get more and more drained. Another topic that is really necessary is it is necessary once you know it comes from your heart that you learn to have faith towards it. And faith is something where you don't know, but you accept it. So you don't know, you go into the unknown, but you still accept things as they are. That means if the mind kicks in and starts to doubt from society, from somewhere, from your parents, that you just observe it mindfully, right? You focus simply on this feeling of having faith. And if the resistance comes in, you observe it, you don't try to fight it. You don't try to convince yourself that everything's all right. You just observe this voice, right? And by doing that, you slowly let go of the resistance more and more from the mind. When the mind starts to resist later on, I mean, not at the beginning when your intuition didn't say yes, but later on, then it's a good sign. Because that means you're on the right way. You're going out of your comfort zone. It's way more weird when the mind never says something. That means probably that your goals are solely based on society's standards, right? The mind resists when something is unknown and new. So you evolve beyond your current level, and now the mind kicks in. That has to happen to some degree. Because you want to let go of your old self to manifest your new self and your new reality. Okay? So practicing blind faith where you don't know, but it's okay not to know. You can also choose an affirmation like it is okay for me not to know, or whatever I say myself sometimes, whatever happens, happens. What I mean with this is like, okay, I can't know for sure, right? What will come next? I can try to predict it. I can still plan, but I can't know guaranteed, right? I can't control absolutely everything, right? So you can still try to have plans, of course, not bad. But you can't know for sure, right? And you need to let go of this control and replace it with faith. So when you notice this feeling of control or mind's resistance, observe it mindfully. Don't resist it. Just observe these thoughts and these emotions that reoccur in your body mindfully. Practice mindfulness over the day. And these are like the most important points that I wanted to discuss with you. Because if the goal is not right from the start, it can only fail later on, right? So it's better to avoid this trap from the very beginning. When you look at your life, look where you do things that maybe you don't really want to do, right? Question the things. Is it really true? How do you know that you really want this? Who said this to you? Which authority? Who said this to you? From where does this come from, this belief, right? Who said this to you? And what's absurd about it? Question this belief. What's absurd about it that you try to follow this even though maybe it doesn't make sense? That's how it was for me very often. But now I have like, I would say 99%, 95%, like only doing my stuff. Like the things that I really want. Okay. So yeah, comment below what you learned in this video, maybe what kind of video you want to see next, about which topic, right? And see you next time. Bye bye.